Good morning, party people. I am in the Portland, Oregon area, and let me tell you, it is raining. Not sprinkling, not misting. It is raining like Noah's Ark style stuff. So, don't know what I'm gonna get done today outside of a garage, but I gotta go visit a guy in Beaverton. He said he'll have a tarp to try to keep us dry. We'll see how that goes. I gotta stop by the junkyard and grab something before I head out there, so that's gonna be interesting. I also need a couple of tools. I misplaced my 8mm deep. I might have left that by Greg's place, so I gotta see what's going on with that. So anyway, I am here, plan to be here the next few days, trying to help people get a few things done. I gotta check on a guy that wants to do a rear main seal on a 940 and go from there. Had a great time yesterday. Stopped by a little car show they had right in the parking lot over here. A local kind of cars and coffee thing. Man, those guys were out of control. Didn't feel real safe there, so I don't know if I'll be chilling with that much often. But anyway, after that, I met with a couple of people and went out a little bit east. Did a timing belt on the S60 and just hung out. Had a great time with those folks. Nice family. So that's where I'm at. Today is the registration deadline. So I learned a few things on this trip. Before I got here, I made several announcements that I was coming out west. Didn't have a whole lot of people contact me to get on the schedule. After I got in the Seattle area, I guess the unbelievers kind of woke up and started contacting me. And then I started making daily videos, putting Seattle and Portland in the title. Once I did that, I guess YouTube started snitching on me to casual viewers. I initially thought, my daily viewers will benefit from this trip. I'll put them on the schedule, and people that watch daily will get to have me come help them with things if they need help, meet and greets and things like that. And then once I started posting the videos and putting the city that I'm in the title, YouTube started recommending those videos to local people, and here I am. Not really overwhelmed, but have a lot of local contacts, which is good. Just more than I expected, which is, I guess, a good thing. So tonight is the registration deadline. If you want me to help, call or text, and I will put you on the schedule, help you any way I can. So that's where I'm at. Hope you enjoyed today's clips. Thanks for watching. Hey, this is Robert, and I'm letting you know that we are on the road, traveling around the west part of the USA, helping people along the way. If you need help in Oregon, California, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Ohio, send me a message, call, or text so I can write your information down and get in touch with you when I reach your area. I have brought a lot of tools with me, and I'm gathering parts that I can use to help people along the way. Please check the links in the description area so you can see how my traveling expedition may help you while I'm traveling through your area. Look forward to meeting you for meet and greets or helping you complete some kind of repair, maintenance, or projects you're working on. Thanks for watching. We have this tube installed. Pulled the intake manifold to get at the PCV oil trap box. It's down there. We got an O-ring going back on that. Installing that next. Then gonna put a few more things on here and get this seal on the back of here and install the rear main seal. That's the rear main seal tool for the white blocks. Looks a little smaller than the one for the red blocks, so we're gonna have to drive that seal in with the old seal. Man, look at that gearing in there. I wonder what that's for. This tube was clear on this car, which is great, probably why it's never been replaced. But when we was trying to get the oil pan off, we broke it. And that's where it goes. There's the oil pan. The mating surface is cleaned up, ready for its new gasket. If any of you guys wanted all this tarnish out of here, y'all should have took care of that last night. Gray's working on that oil pan for that red block, and I'm getting this white block ready for a manual transformation. I believe I got all the bolts out of it. I'm going to check this one up top over here. It appears to be out as well. So I'm going to move this manual transmission out of the way and unplug that speed sensor from that harness on the other side and wiggle this thing out. Just get it out of the way and get that flex plate off. There's a speed sensor on the back of the transmission right there. This is for 93, 94, 95, and older 850s. That's your speed sensor. 96, they switched to the ABS modules. So I'm going to get this thing unplugged from here so it'll release this harness. And then I'm going to check that transmission, see if it's got a speed sensor on it. I think I see it over there. Look at that thing. It has the old serpentine belt on there, the old style. Crisscross, not zigzag. That belt looks like it's had its days too, man. 40 cracks per inch. We got to be at about 38. I'm going to go ahead and assume he wants this belt pulled and roll this crank over so I can get those torque converter bolts I forgot about. Got all 6 of those torque converter bolts out. Now this should separate pretty easy. It looks like it's already got a crack in it. Slush box with torque converter removed. Now this thing is for sale. If somebody's in the Portland, Oregon area, they need a 850 transmission, come and get her. Now I got to get those torque converter bolts off. I think they're 12.17. Here it is, folks. Rear main seal. Looks like it's sweating a little bit, so we got to put a new one in there. Next, I'm going to take off the exhaust manifold because this car is getting an exhaust manifold. R style, baby. Whoop, whoop. Installed this, I don't know, rear main seal gasket flange here. And this is what the bottom of the red blocks look like, baby. You got the crank there and the rod end caps and all that nice tarnished stuff. See, this thing like has no sludge in it after 300,000 miles. This is because people do oil changes and they check the oil, make sure it's got oil in there. That's what you got to do when you want these things to last 3, 4, 500,000 miles. And this engine can do 1 million. If you just keep the oil in there and keep it changed every 5,000, be good to go. There it is, folks. The EGR tube. This side goes on the intake. That side goes on the exhaust manifold. Meanwhile, over on Red Blockville, this is the gasket that goes on the pan. This is the rear of the pan. And that gasket has a slot in it for feeding oil back down behind the rear crank area. So don't put that on backwards and don't get your oil flow. But I think it's kind of impossible because it looks like these screws are spread out a little bit different. Are they?
They're a little different, but...
Okay, just make sure you get it orientated right before you install it. And actually, you could put this thing upside down. Get that little dimple right there. That would be closer to the back side of the pan, closer to the oil drain bolt. If you flip it upside down, the holes don't line up. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.